Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our enthralling tale of suspense and mystery. As we resume our narrative, we find ourselves right beside young Oliver, in an eerie alley, in a city unknown. As he witnesses chilling actions unfold before his very eyes. The air is thick with trepidation and the night is fraught with danger, but with bated breath and pounding hearts, we delve right back into the darkness alongside Oliver. We stand as silent observers, sharing in his terror as the mysterious events unfold before us. But have no fear, dear listeners, for we shall not keep you waiting. Oliver's heart pounded in his chest as fear gripped him tightly. He knew that any wrong move could be fatal in the presence of this killer. The eerie silence was broken only by the distant sounds of the city, which seemed to echo ominously in the night. For a brief moment that felt like an eternity, the cold eyes and Oliver locked gazes. The cloaked person's lips curled into a sinister grin. And then, as if realizing that his identity had been compromised, the cold figure with the blood-stained knife swiftly turned and disappeared into the shadows, leaving Oliver standing alone in the haunting alley. Breathing a sigh of relief, yet still trembling with fear, Oliver knew he had been given a glimpse again into the darkest recesses of history. The tapestry of the past had revealed its most chilling thread, and now, he witnessed a brutal murder. As Oliver walked towards the end of the alley, the dimly lit streets beyond were alive with bustling activity, yet tinged with a sense of unsettling inequality. His mind was still reeling from the encounter, but he felt a slight relief. As Oliver stumbled across the busy streets, his heart still pounding from the chilling encounter in the alley, he found himself near a wide river with a bridge flanked by two imposing towers. The sight offered a momentary distraction from the night's horrors, but unease still clung to him like a shadow. As he continued, unsure of where to turn, a figure caught his eye standing at the corner of the street. His face was hidden beneath the brim of an old, wide-brimmed hat, casting a shadow that made it impossible for Oliver to discern his features. As if sensing Oliver's approach, the figure slowly turned his head, locking his gaze with the young man's eyes. There was a knowing glint in those eyes, ancient and wise, as if they held the secrets of 1,000 lifetimes. Before Oliver could utter a word, the man raised a slender finger to his lips, a silent gesture urging him to remain silent. But just as he was about to speak, a faint whisper of wind stirred around them, and the man seemed to dissipate like a wisp of smoke. The young man blinked in disbelief, rubbing his eyes to ensure he wasn't imagining things. But it was true, the person had vanished into thin air. Confounded and intrigued, Oliver wondered if this man, probably a watcher, was merely a figment of his imagination, a spectre conjured by the shadows of the night. Yet, deep down, he couldn't shake the conviction that the encounter was real, and that the mysterious watcher held answers he desperately sought. But he wanted to speak while the man made a sign not to speak. What a foolish error to make. With the memory of the mystic figure still lingering in his mind, Oliver decided to put his curiosity on hold and focus on a more immediate concern. He was hungry and thirsty. The chilling events of the night had left him physically and emotionally drained, and he yearned for something to eat and drink to ease his unease. As he walked down the busy street, he observed the hustle and bustle of the city. The lamplights cast an amber glow on the cobblestone pavements, and the aroma of various foods wafted through the air, teasing his senses. Merchants peddled their wares, and cafes and taverns lined the street, their warm interiors beckoning him to take shelter from the darkness outside. Oliver's stomach rumbled, and he quickened his pace, scanning the signs and menus for a place to satisfy his hunger. He passed by stalls offering savory pies and roasted meats, but his gaze was drawn to a quaint bakery tucked between two grand buildings. The tantalizing scent of freshly baked bread and pastries filled the air, leading him to the entrance. Inside, the bakery was cozy and welcoming, a respite from the night's uncertainties. The shelves were adorned with an array of delectable treats. But as soon as he reached the counter, a sudden flash of light enveloped him, and the world around him seemed to blur. When the light subsided, Oliver found himself back in the familiar surroundings of Hollowbrook. The desolate alleys were replaced by quaint cobblestone streets, and the bustling cityscape was now a serene town with a haunting past. Confused, Yet relieved to be back in Hollowbrook, Oliver realized that the power of the pocket watch had once again transported him through time. It was midday, and the sun was shining like nothing had happened. Oliver walked towards a tree and would sit beneath it for a moment. Overlooking the ruins of Hollowbrook, pondering the mysteries of the universe and the purpose of the pocket watch. Oliver couldn't help but feel overwhelmed by the whirlwind of events that had unfolded. His mind was a jumble of thoughts and emotions, like feeling ashamed for maybe making a great error. But each memory was intertwining with the next like threads of a tapestry. The first transportation by the mysterious watch, the sinking of the ship, the arrival of the explorers from another time, everything seemed like a dream and yet an undeniable reality. He took a deep breath, trying to calm his racing thoughts. He realized that to make sense of everything that had happened, he needed to order his mind and reflect on the connections that tied these seemingly disparate events together. Closing his eyes, he focused on the watch, the device that had started this journey. It was undoubtedly a key to the mysteries he encountered. He tried to recall its strange symbols and the sensation of being transported through time and space. Yet the woven tapestry of history he had stumbled upon linked the threads of time in a way that transcended his understanding. Oliver found in his pocket the 2 sandwiches, neatly folded in a napkin from the ship he was on. Curious and hungry, he unwrapped one of the sandwiches and took a bite. The taste was familiar. The savory flavors brought back memories of his time on the ship and the encounters with the passengers. The second sandwich remained untouched as Oliver's mind buzzed with questions about the mysteries he had witnessed. Oliver opened his eyes, feeling a sense of clarity starting to emerge. These events were not random, they were part of a bigger tapestry and interconnected destinies. He realized that he had become a participant in a saga that spanned ages, woven with the threads of time itself. The simple act of nourishing his body with a little bit of food reminded him that amidst the extraordinary, life's basic needs remained constant. Feeling more centered, Oliver knew he couldn't fulfill this alone and that the path ahead was perilous, but he was no longer an observer. He was a participant, and he had to play his part to unlock the secrets of time. He knew that he needed to master not only the technical aspects of the watch but also the art of understanding when to act and when to observe from the shadows and to be silent when asked. The mysteries of history beckoned him further into the unknown. With renewed determination, he had to press on, eager to uncover the secrets that the watch had yet to reveal. Suddenly, a gust of wind swept through the park, rustling as the pages of a book. Startled, Oliver looked up, and to his astonishment, he saw a shimmering figure standing before him. Oliver, I, as one of the many the guardians of time, have witnessed countless souls like you embark on a journey through the woven tapestry of history. Know this, young wanderer, the fabric of time is intricate and delicate, with threads of events, people, and places interwoven in harmony. Every stitch holds the stories of countless lives, and every scene connects the past, the present, and the future. As you step through the veil of time, you shall become part of this grand tapestry. Your actions, like ripples in a pond, will echo across the ages. Every decision you make, every moment you influence, will leave an indelible mark on history's canvas. Embrace the lessons of the past, learn from the triumphs and the mistakes of those who came before and the ones you make yourself. Respect the flow of time, and it shall reveal its mysteries to you. Remember, Oliver, the true essence of time traveling lies not only in witnessing history but in understanding its significance. Cherish this privilege, for you are among the few who can dance through the ages. As the last words echoed in the air, the shimmering figure began to fade, leaving Oliver with a sense of purpose that surged through his being. Dear listener, we leave Oliver and his last sandwich, but the journey through time and history is far from over. The watcher's fleeting presence hints at a world beyond the ordinary, one where shadows conceal ancient knowledge and truth. Join us as we venture forth into the heart of this chilling tale, where the boundary between reality and the unknown blurs. Remember to like and subscribe to ensure you don't miss the next gripping chapter of the time-traveling boy. Together, we will uncover the secrets that lie in wait, just beyond the edge of perception. Thank you for listening.